Now, you probably clicked on this video thinking, Webb, I already know who the knight is. It's common knowledge. It's Des. It's Carol. Hell, it could even be Asgore. But what I'm about to do is I'm about to prove what no other Deltarune theorist has proven before, and that is the real knight's identity. Now, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to do what Toby does when he makes Deltarune. He looks at Earthbound. You know, I could go on and on about the similarities in these games, and obviously Toby's talked about how he's inspired by the Mother series.
If it comes to the West, you can play it and realize how unoriginal I am.
But this might be his most obvious thing yet, and for a big plot point, it's crazy how not many other people are realizing who the knight truly is. So, let's start with the most obvious point. The knight has antlers. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking that means it's Des, and you know what? I kind of agree. Well, Des is missing, and the knight is clearly got something going on with them, something Gaster related, so of course it's Des. But let's look a little deeper than that. Because what does Des sound like? You take away the letter D, you replace it with an N, you have Ness. And before you ask, I'm not doing a map hat. You know? Oh, Sans is Ness. But Webb, how can Des be Ness if Sans is Ness and Sans is right there and Des is also there? Well, to an extent. Well, let's just go over the evidence, because the evidence, I mean, it's all there, so, you know, you guys can judge for yourself, but I'm going to get into my first point, and that is PK Starstorm. Now, PK Starstorm is a power in the Mother series. In Earthbound Mother 2, it is used by Pooh, the party member, and Ness actually can't use it in Mother 2. However, in Smash Bros, it is Ness's final smash, and it is said that Pooh taught Ness how to use PK Starstorm. And whether you want to believe whether that's canon to like Earthbound lore or not, I'm going to treat it as canon, because realistically, it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm sure Sakurai asked Shigesato a toy, and Itoi probably was like, yeah, whatever, Pooh taught Ness PK Starstorm, and that's how we can use it in Smash. And, you know, so I'm going to treat that as a canon. What does PK Starstorm have to do with it? Well, if you've played Mother 2, you'll know what it looks like. So, if you fought the knight and got to the end in Deltarune Chapter 3, you may recognise this attack from the knight's pretty much final attack, where they suck in a bunch of stars and then they shoot them out. The shapes of the stars, I mean, just look at them. Like, you guys are seeing this, right? That's PK Starstorm right there. The knight knows PK Starstorm. Number 2. Now, I already mentioned that I think Des is the knight. But how can Ness be the knight? Well, what I'm saying is Des is Ness. But Webb, Des is a reindeer. And, you know, yeah, I agree, but so what? I mean, Sans is a skeleton. But Des probably has a skeleton inside of him. But do skeletons talk? From all the crazy shit that happens in Earthbound, I think we can let this slide that Ness randomly turned into a reindeer here and joined another family. So, whatever. So, what else relates Des and Ness other than their name? Well, if you've looked at dialogue in Deltarune, what we know about Des, we know they have quite a thing with bats. Noelle mentions it in, I think, chapter 1, I believe, and she mentions it in some dialogue when you talk to her. But also, even just further confirming, you know, in Des's room in chapter 4, we can see the bat. Well, in the dialogue, we see the bat. And the song during the rhythm game section in chapter 3 is called Raise Your Bat, which, I mean, Ness, he raises his bat in a Smash Bros. Taunt. I mean, he's always carrying his bat around. It's his trusty weapon, apart from when he's spamming you with Pika Fire. But yeah, this song that we perform in chapter 3 is heavily rumoured to be written by Des, because Tenor, during this section, Tenor doesn't shut up about it. And some of the lyrics are, you know, very about darkness, and it's just heavily rumoured to be written by Des, or at least something to do with Des. We knew Des played the guitar as well. Oh, and also the leitmotif of the song is Lost Girl. Forgot to mention that bit, but that's the key reason why it relates to Des. So yeah, whatever. But yeah, that, you know, Raise Your Bat. Des always having something to do with a bat. Ness always having something to do with a bat. It's like, it's just lining up, really, isn't it? Like, going on further with the baseball bat, or whatever bat we have. When you first get a weapon in a Mother 2, it is, Ness open the present. There is a cracked bat inside. Ness takes it. In a picture, in Deltarune chapter 4, it says, Des holding a cracked baseball bat. Toby specifically mentions that this bat is cracked, and not at Fortnite. So, the clues just keep lining up, you know? Who else in Deltarune has a baseball bat? A cracked baseball bat, mind you. Now let's go into family, because their families are very similar. We have Ness, he has a younger sister. Des has a younger sister. Des and Ness also both have a mum and dad, which... bit of a coincidence there, guys. You know, like, they both have parents. Now, this one's a bit different, but we have two characters. We have Carol Holiday and Carol Holloway. Toby, like, we're on to you, man. However, this makes it more complicated, because Carol Holloway is actually Ninten's mother, not Ness's. Is Ninten the knight? Is Ninten Des? Or is Ness Des? Or are Ninten and Ness the same person? I mean, look at them, they're like very similar. I don't know. Maybe it was right in front of us the whole time. And if we want to go even further about family and other mother games, let's just look at Noelle and Des. Two siblings, one younger, one more shy and more calm, while the other seems a bit more energetic and brave. And suddenly, one of them goes missing. The older one goes missing. And then we start fighting this armoured knight, who clearly isn't thinking straight almost. We are fighting our protagonists. They can't recognise our protagonists. Does this story sound familiar to you? Because if you've played Mother 3, you'll know that there's two siblings, one goes missing, one comes back as brainwashed husk. Just saying, I'm worried. I'm worried for Des's fate. Because if we're going by Mother 3, and we know how powerful Noelle is, I'm just really hoping Noelle doesn't have to end Des. Or even better, or even worse, Des ends themselves, like Klaus did. So maybe Klaus is Des, and Lucas is Noelle. Wait, huh? And after Lucas pulled the final needle, it's revealed that everyone's okay, but we don't really see them again. What if Deltarune is after Mother 3? After Lucas pulls the final needle and changes the world in his way. And, you know, he wanted to not only change gender, but to change into a reindeer? I mean, I'm not judging. Now let's talk about music, because I've spoke about how Des is Klaus and Noah's Lucas. Let's take a look at Des's theme at Lost Girl. I feel like I've turned into the Mike gang, trying to theorize who Mike is, but Mike is 3 different people. Maybe Des is 3 different people. Maybe Mike was just a tease of things to come, like a red herring almost. So, who is Des? All the mother protagonists relate to Des, but you know, I'm gonna go with Ness because I just think it is. But then, like we said, if MatPat was right, the knight is Des, and Des is Ness, and Ness is Sans. Does that mean Sans is the knight? The people who kept saying Papyrus was the knight, they were pretty close. Sans is the knight. It's so obvious. Like, you know, we don't see the knight at the end of chapter 4 because they run off. They ran off to our home to start trying to bang our mum. It was like an ultimate power move. We've been so blind. Okay, but in all seriousness, this video is mostly a joke. I just wanted to point out a lot of similarities between Des and Ness, and it just kind of kept spiraling, you know, like there are so many similarities between these characters. Like, obviously Des isn't Ness, but like they may as well be. It's crazy. Des is just all 3 mother protagonists merged into one. So call me the next MatPat if you will, but whatever. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even if it was one of the stupidest videos I've ever made. I just thought it'd be fun. Try and replicate that kind of theorist video energy with something I've always wanted to speak about. I mean, I was considering making like a whole video on every single Earthbound reference in the new Deltarune chapters, but maybe one day, because there's just so much there, and I know I need help to find everything as well. Maybe one day I can do that. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments and like the video, then that will show that maybe I should make it. Maybe I should make a huge video going over every reference, from little ones to big ones. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.